Okay, what is acceleration? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. It is given by change in velocity divided by time taken. Remember, it is a vector quantity, and as you can notice, its SI unit is given by change in velocity. Change in velocity is nothing but velocity, meter per second divided by second, that is meter per second square. For example, I will consider a particle which is moving along this direction, this being the origin. Assume that its velocity is v1 here and its velocity is v2 here, and let us assume that the particle is moving like this. Now, acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken, delta t. Delta t is the time interval over which its velocity changed from v1 to v2. Now, acceleration is a vector, so I should put the vector symbol on the left side also. Now, let us see what are all the possibilities. Now, possibility number 1, if the final velocity and the initial velocity are equal to each other, the particle has zero acceleration. The particle is not speeding up, it is not slowing down also. Second, if v1 is less than v2, which implies that the particle is speeding up. If the particle is speeding up, then clearly the acceleration of the particle is positive. Acceleration of the particle is positive. Suppose v1 is greater than v2, that means the particle is slowing down. Acceleration in that case is negative. Many a times this is also known as deceleration or retardation also. This is also known as retardation. So, when is the acceleration 0? If the particle moves at constant velocity. When is the acceleration positive? When the final velocity is greater than the initial velocity. When is the acceleration negative? When the initial velocity is greater than the final velocity. But here is a small twist. Suppose I consider a particle which is moving along this direction. So, assume that v1 and v2 are the speeds. Clearly, there is an acceleration. Now, let me consider one more possibility. Let us assume that here is a particle which is moving along this direction. It is here initially and its speed is 10 meter per second, and when it comes over here, its speed is again 10 meter per second, and it is 10 meter per second all along its journey. Now, I have a question: is there an acceleration or is the acceleration 0? The answer is there is an acceleration. Why is there an acceleration? Acceleration is change in velocity by time. Is there a change in velocity? Yes, there is a change in velocity because there is a change in direction. Velocity is nothing but magnitude of the velocity plus direction. As long as there is a change in the direction of the velocity, there is a change in the direction of motion, there is acceleration. So, in this case there is an acceleration. Or if I consider one more particle in circular motion, assume that the speed is constant, even then there is an acceleration because velocities are pointing along different directions at different instants of time. Remember, acceleration is said to exist if magnitude of the velocity changes or the direction of motion changes or both of them change. So, what are these uniform and non-uniform accelerations? Simple. If the acceleration is constant direction wise, magnitude wise, or if the change in velocity in each time interval is same, we say it is uniform acceleration or acceleration is constant. In the case of non-uniform acceleration, change in velocity in each time interval is not different. For example, in the first 1 second, the velocity changes by 10 meter per second, and in the next 1 second it changes by 12 meter per second, and so on. Acceleration is said to be non-uniform. It is a variable acceleration. Acceleration is not constant in that case. Generally, we calculate this acceleration in terms of average acceleration and instantaneous acceleration. And again, average acceleration is nothing but total change in the velocity. For example, final velocity minus initial velocity divided by the total time interval we are considering. Is generally written as delta V divided by delta T. Remember, this is over the entire journey, over a longer interval of journey. But if I consider the acceleration which is changing, then at each instant the particle will have different accelerations. Then again the same rule is applicable. If I consider an instant at which the velocity is v1 and another instant at which the velocity is v2, we consider this very small interval of time such that this is almost 0 but not 0. So, over this the change in velocity is delta v, time interval is delta t, and we are considering a very small interval of time. So, to highlight that, I will put this symbol limit of delta t tending to 0, and that gives us the acceleration. So, instantaneous acceleration is calculated like this.